squaring off against Mr. Glont from Bulgaria. Race to 7, alternate break. Basically the Earl tool, so no break box, so you can break from anywhere behind that white line you see, the north half of the table. Race to 7, single elimination, 6. Quite unusual. Maybe you've been watching quite a few of the Matchroom World 9-Ball Tour tournaments with the break box. There's no such thing here, so as you saw there, the orange corner ball, the 5-ball, he made that quite easily, and it's a 3-point rule in effect as well. So besides the 1 ball that he made, he needed either to make 2 other balls or make 2 balls past the breaking line, which is the northern half of the table.
And sorry, I forgot one table, table A4.
I got a thumbs up for the sound, so yeah, keep us informed today and throughout the weekend how the volume is, because we would like you to hear my sulky tones to the best of our ability, of course. So no Darage, the main event starts tomorrow, 10 a.m. The draw for the Metz Bucharest Open 2023 will be live. It's going to be done about 9 o'clock and will be live on 9ball.ro. So it's 9ball.ro, where the whole weekend you'll be able to find out the draw, the players, and also live scores will be a new feature. So scoring for all tables will be live at 9ball.ro. Alright, so pretty handy safety. A definite hit we're going to be seeing by Ko, but he wants to stick his cue ball probably, or hit the 1 ball on the right side. Neither of what I was speaking of. Then he's going to give up a shot. So 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 6. It's kind of connect the dots, meaning if you make 1 ball, you're going to have a shot on the next ball if you have a fairly straight position. So he's going to need a little bit of a good stun and accuracy on the pot. This is going to turn out to be the best safety of the match so far. On the table in apologetic fashion. Yes, Darius, this is Rico indeed. Very happy to be here in the 2023 version of the Metz Bucharest Open. But first, we have a little warm-up tournament. 16 players got the invite to play in this Zan Tip Invitational, and we're going to be playing the last 16 round and quarterfinal round tonight, so 2 rounds tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to be finishing off with the semi-final and final. That was a good hit, could have made it, definitely got second prize. Hey Phil, yeah, there will be live scores, but I think everywhere it's still 0-0. Just see. I have the capability to update the score. Oh yeah, we do have live scores at 9ball.ro. So Shane is 1-0 up. Davey is 1-0 up on Victor. Anyway, just started everything, so rattle off 1-0 scores or 0-0 scores for you. Let's talk about the match at hand. So 2 ways to hit this 1 ball. You can try to hit it from the right long rail to make it. In this fashion, he will be going for the safety. So I think he's trying to hit 2 rails, stick the cue ball where the 1 ball is now. If you played it at that speed, you'd imagine you wanted to hit the other side of the 1 ball. This 1 ball pass. Not sure. No, we only have the 2 elder Ko brothers. I mean, they're still both very young kids, but Koping Han is not here this weekend. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad, is it? Drifted his cue ball over nicely to the 2 ball. This will be a bit more difficult to hit. So I think just below the right side pocket, try to guide the cue ball in between the 4-6. Yeah, since the one ball is pretty far out in the midst of the table, there's a lot of ways you can go. Either hit the brown 7 or miss it on the wide side and go underneath the one. So he'll do well to hit it. If he hits it though, you can see quite a few visualizations where you can get away with it. So quite a few balls on the table that can be blockers. So let's see what happens. Hit it first. Good hit. We'll give it a shot. A bit of a tester. So yeah, for this weekend, 256 players we have, and this is where there's nowhere else in the world where you will find a better congregation of skilled pool players than right here at the IDM Club in Bucharest, Romania. And we have both of the best co-brothers. Shane Van Boening, we have Victor Zielinski, it's going to be a great weekend. Races to 9, double elimination until the last 32 players. So players are trying to pot themselves towards either the best 16 players in the winners round or the 16 remaining players in the losers round, the second chance saloon, last chance saloon, let's say. And then we're going to draw the 16 from the one loss side versus the 16 from the winner's side. They will cross cues in a single elimination format, race to 9. As I said before, we don't use the matchroom breaking rule, so no break box. We'll be implementing the 3-point rule. So I'm expecting more runouts, people not necessarily making the one ball as they do or trying to do in the matchroom ruling break rules. But a lot of corner balls will probably go in new cloth, so it's balls will break better from one side than the other, and this should be pretty equal. So he's looking to make the right corner ball, and so he does. 2 balls past the breaking line. Okay, he made 3, so 3-point rule adhered to, and he will bank this one ball. And it's alternate break, Gerard Dresch. Yeah, he will definitely go for the bank here. Hit the one ball just off straight, the left spin, stun the cue ball either into the 3 or around the 3. Could leave it safe if he doesn't make it. If he makes this ball and spins his cue ball back down table, up and back down table for position on the 2, I think I might go get a shot at the bar. He's going for something. His cue ball is going to be traveling towards the brown or the top left. Tough action. Did he have to go for it? Was he forced? Did he force the issue? Send your answers in a comment on Facebook, not on the postcard. Did get a little reward though. So to make this one ball, and again at the cue ball, drawing the cue ball back with a jump stick off the right side rail that might be the shot of the tournament if he does that. But alternatively, top spinning it forward and coming back down, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he was always kind of trying to hit it a bit thicker and playing safe. Not too bad. So I'm joined here by Robert Vaga. He wants to talk to the beautiful audience, but how is it all ready to go up and running this edition of the Metz Bucharest Open? Yeah, let us know if you can hear Robert's mic well. So when I have guest commentators.
Yeah, so we're doing just a check, and we'll be showing you some of the features, the new technical features that we have upgraded from the previous years. So to start, we have good camera on the arena. Start, it's a wider angle where you can see people watching. There's another seating area on the other side of the table. It's about 30-40 people watching this match alone now. About 50%. Go ahead with this amazing commentary.
Oh, thanks, buddy. All right, game 3. So after that jump shot by Chung, he failed to run out somehow or other while we were showing all the new features. Now, is this 3 points adhered to? I don't think so, because he was eagerly getting up from his chair. So he will be jumping this 2 ball, it being over the hole, and the 3 ball being right next to it. Not guaranteed position, but you'd imagine if he hits anywhere on the right side of the 2 ball from where he's looking, he should be all right. So here we go. It's about the 3rd jump shot in 3 games by Mr. Chung. Hit the left side of the 2 ball. I think he's still got a shot on that 3. It has to be a very short stroke though, not to double hit the 3 ball. And I don't think he's even going to go for it. So is he going to hit the 3 ball thin, come off the rail and try to hide behind the 7-9? I would imagine so. Pretty nifty shot though. Speed control. And that 3 ball is really sensitive where your cue ball travels with each millimeter difference. So that went pretty well. Yeah, so we have 2 rounds tonight. So after this first round, I mean, these are already pretty tasty matches, but the quarterfinals that will be coming up in roughly an hour and a half's time, when all matches will be finished in the first round. These quarterfinals are going to be a nice Thursday evening treat. Well, if you're in Europe, that is. Thursday night treat if you're in Asia, and a Thursday afternoon treat if you're watching us from America. Either way, we are glad you're joining us. We're going to be here all weekend, day and a part of the night. So from 10 a.m. each morning until at least midnight, we have a field of 256 players, and we are looking to crown the 2023 Metz Bucharest Open champion, who will also earn Matchroom World 9-Ball Tour ranking points, I may add, and that's also why some of these players are here. Besides, this is one of, if not the best and most varied international pool tournament in the continent of Europe. So if you haven't been here, please have a look some year to come by. It's not that expensive to come here, it's pretty cheap to stay, and this pool hall It's got 4 sections with 10 Brunswicks in each section, and yes, that is correct. 40 Gold Crown 4 tables here, all with brand new cloth, and no expense spared to give the players the best conditions to cross cues and show us all what they can do. So this kick shot, I mean, when you hit this, not many ways you can get away with it, unless you get separation, but that's hard to do if both balls are traveling up table. Alright, so 5 to the 6 needs a bit of work. 3, 4, 5 are the closest to each other that you can currently see. So needs at least a 20 to 40 degree angle on that 5 ball as to where he was pointing to be able to maneuver his cue ball. It's funny, it's only like in the last years that I've been teaching more and more in London where I'm living that you actually start thinking about how to explain the game, which I never did to myself or something, and it all came fairly natural, or if anything I didn't really know what the theory behind it was, but then I kind of learned to put words with rotation games and the process, and kind of, while you also hear Robert in the background, basically if the ball you're next up in the rotation, the 7 ball now, if you've got a shot as soon as you make the current ball, you basically need 0 to 20 degree angles, like now, because as soon as his cue ball leaves the 7 ball, he's got a shot on the 8, so 0 to 20 degrees. And if that is not the case, you need about 20 to 40 degree angles. And that's kind of all the rotation games are made up from. So now he's looking at about, 20 degree angle to keep the pot you're shooting fairly easy-ish, and but still have a maneuverable cue ball. So Koping Chung, all the way from Taiwan, and he's been here for a while, remember? I mean, they played the UK Open not even 2 weeks ago. Well, thank you, Policies. Welcome. We're all glad you're all joining us. This has to be said, the Zan Tip Invitational Open, 16 players battling it out to be able to call themselves Zan Tip Invitational Champion 2023. But tomorrow morning from 10 a.m., 256 players will start in the Metz Bucharest Open 2023. Previous winners, or last year's winner, Koping is here to, back-to-back titles. Is that possible in the world of 9-ball these days? I mean, Joshua Filler looks to be doing it pretty well. Alright, so hit those pretty thin, made the corner ball. 2 other balls passed the breaking line, so that's 3 points collected. And that 1 ball will pass, so he's off and running. So again, to what I just explained about the angles required in rotation games. Now, of course, the 1 ball is nowhere near the 3 ball, or vice versa. So he needs, and he didn't have a choice, but is glad he's got an angle on this 1 ball. And the 3 to the pink 4 are always also nowhere near connected, meaning as soon as he makes the 3, he is in no position whatsoever on the 4 ball, so he will need at least a 20 to 40 degree angle to make it a doable pot and a maneuverable cue ball. And that's kind of the story of this rack, because the 4 to the 5 is the same story, the 5 to the 6 is the same story, but then when we get to the 6 ball, he would like to be straight in on the 6, because that will basically always give him a shot on the 7, and if he makes the 7 ball, the brown 7, while being straight in on it, he will get an easy shot on the 9 ball. So that's about it. If it's connect the dots position, if the ball you're currently shooting gives you a shot on the next ball in rotation, keep little to no angle. If that's not the case, keep about 20 to 40 degree angle. All right, and that works pretty well. So yeah, and what a cool situation in the world of 9-ball, and I trust you're all pretty much aware with what's going on with Matchroom, you know, setting up many open events. Spanish Open coming up, the UK Open just been played, European Open, we have Asian Open coming up, so every year new tournaments, bigger tournaments. This is now also part of the World 9-ball Tour, ranking points, and yeah, there really never has been a better time to try to make your money playing pool. So tonight here, we've just had a bit of a welcome opening party. Well, party, not really people dancing as such, but welcoming the players to this edition prior to this match starting. Copenhagen taking a 3-1 lead, where there was play more and more this weekend, if he keeps winning, that is. All right, let's see if this gentleman can make... No, he didn't make the corner ball, didn't make the one ball. That was a pretty soft break, wasn't it? I mean, you can't really expect balls to go in at that pace, I would kind of venture to say. The score hasn't been updated yet. I do have the capability of doing that, but don't really want to mess with the score. Okay, it's been updated now, so that's good.
Somebody doing the scores.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, as Robert was mentioning to me, today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, if you like what you're seeing, we'd appreciate it. As many of the channels you watch online ask you to do, if you could press the like button and even share it to your friends, to your page, that would be much appreciated. We want to try to get as many people watching this tournament as we can. I guess all for the betterment of the game we all love. So here we go. That's 7, 8, 9 is a bit of a conundrum. Is he going to open that 7, 8, 9 cluster with an angle on the orange 5 that is bottom right of the table? Or is he going to open it up with the 6 or even now? It's dangerous now, I think. Well, he's looking at it. Yeah, I guess if he hits the 8. But of course, if he hits the 8 on the left side from where we're looking, then he may be snookering himself. So needs to hit the 8 full ball off that right long rail. Oh, careful. He's really dicing with death there, but that worked out pretty well. So he's in prime position. I think the 7 ball, or maybe it doesn't go, or else he would have shot it by now. Not sure. No, maybe it doesn't. So he's maybe looking at the carom on off the 7-9. Could still draw the cue ball into that cluster. Think along with me here, people. What would you guys do? Yeah, you can type it in the comments as well, or you can just keep it to yourself. But no, I do like to think about it pre-shot to see what they're going to do, besides just watching what they will do. Oh.
You can cut to the side and whenever you want. This is your side.
Nice. Alright, so he did get a shot. It wasn't the best of openings. Stun draw it to the left a little bit. Boom. Yeah, very little angle, as you could see. Such a hard stroke, and that cue ball didn't really move much at all. So it's going to go up and down, straight up and down, and try to come back to the middle of the table. Well, pretty faultless, as in not missing any pots, is he? And that's kind of the Coe brothers displaying such a high level. Didn't make the corner ball. Wow, a few clusters here. That normally happens more often with the break box that we've been implementing at the Matchroom World 9-ball tournaments. But with the where you can break from the sides as well, often you make like, 2 or 3 balls, and that wasn't good enough. No, that's not a snooker, Coe. Again, though, that is it this time the 4-9 or 5-9 is not opened up far enough for that. Whether it is the 4 or 5, I think it's the 4 ball above the 9. So all the players, all the live scores tomorrow anyway, you can have a look at 9ball.ro for anybody that's playing, and the draw will be done in the very near future and will be posted as well on 9ball.ro. Also live scores for all the matches that are going on tomorrow. You can also watch at 9ball.ro. So what is he going to do here? Does the 2-ball bank past the 8 here, bottom left? It's the 9-ball on the spot, yes. I mean, that is these days forever the case, isn't it? That's no. Is it going to give up a shot? Not directly anyway, but now I think the 2-ball does pass the 8. So this is the time for Mr. Glont to do something about this match being one-sided. It's his break after this, so, if he can win this rack, break and run out, or break and keep control and win the game, and all of a sudden it's 4-3. Okay, yeah, still needed a very specific hit to clear past that 8-ball into the pocket. Yeah, so he's looking at the angle he would like to have on the 3-ball to break open the 4-9 cluster. He could naturally roll the 2-ball in, come off the left long rail and roll straight into that cluster, but then he wouldn't have a shot on the 3 after, so... Although now, when he's going to break open the cluster, I think he will only be able to hit the 9-ball. Not guaranteed to have a nice shot on the 4, although probably pretty much guaranteed to have a shot on the 4-ball. So a lot of draw, probably a bit of left spin. Seems the natural way for pool players to shoot these shots. Ooh, that's a bit of a... Don't know if your screen faded there for a little bit. So, 5-ball blocking the bank. Safety, not easy unless he hits the 4-ball just on the right side, banks it 2 rails behind the 7 and cue ball behind the down here at the bottom rail. Ooh. That was never hard enough, was it? Yeah, so for those of you just joining us, welcome to the Zan Tip Invitational, a warm-up tournament before tomorrow's start of the Mets Bucharest Open 2023 edition, where tomorrow we'll have 256 players starting from 10 a.m. each day. As we can see, Mr. Glont misfiring on a testing pot. My name's Rico Diks, and I'll be narrating you throughout this tournament. And yeah, would love for you to join us the rest of this weekend as well. Bring your friends. We're going to have some really high quality 9-ball here. That is a promise. Nowhere in the world will you find such a congregation of talented cueists as here at the IDM Club in Bucharest. And if you've never been here, come by sometime. Play next year. It's really an amazing tournament to play. All right, that was it. Is this jumpable and the cue ball landable without it jumping off the table? I'm not sure. I mean, these days with the jump cues, they seem to have more capabilities than I thought they had. Like you can somehow jump over balls that are pretty far away and then still keep your cue ball on the table after hitting the object ball you're supposed to hit. But I don't think he's going to do that. The kick, unless he hits it full and kicks the 4-ball into the left long rail and really back down towards the chalk here on the bottom rail. I mean, that's about the only good solution I can see. Then again, he may still hit it and get away with it at least. Okay, see, like so, if he doesn't give up the bank. Oh, it's the second bank he's kind of missed. I mean, that wasn't like your favorite bank speed. Like it does seem like bank shots you kind of like to stun, right? Like always at the same kind of speed because you know the reaction of the rails. Whereas this and the previous bank he missed, he kind of had to roll it, and then they seem to be harder to judge. So we have a 4-9 combination. Is that what he's going for? And either trying to make the 6 or snooker him behind the 6. There we go. All right. It's paramount that we stay with this match during all the playing. I mean, all the racking we can do without. So here we go. Needs to break a bit harder than... Yeah, made the 1-ball though, but needs 2 balls. Only the 3-ball is past the breaking line, so that's not enough. So that's at least the second illegal break he's performed. That's a bit of a shame, really. Of course, he wasn't trying to illegal break. Mirtia, the draw is visible at 9ball.ro. So I can tell you the matches are Ralph Marinka is 6-2 down against Shane Van Boening. Victor Zielinski is leading Davy Pergiovanni 5-3. Mika Immonen is leading 7-2 versus Ivaio Simenyov. Alex Kazak is leading 7-1 versus Daniel Vovchuk. Karl Gnadeberg has just started his match and is trailing David Alcaide 2-0. Ferdi Ozdemir is 3-6 down against Ko Pin-yi. Marcus Shamat is leading 6-1 against Angelo Salzano, and Ko Ping-chung, we see here, is 4-2 ahead against Flavian Glont. So all visible at 9ball.ro. All live scores soon. The draw will be for tomorrow's tournament will be live at 9ball.ro, and it's going to be a festival of pool. And I'm happy to be here. I mean, it's also nice weather outside, but then again, with some of the world's best cueists on display here, there's lots to see. And thank you for your kind comment, Marius. We try our best. So a bit of a missed trick by Flavian Glont, if anything, on the break, really. I mean, he hasn't played that bad. He's missed a few difficult, challenging pots. Chung has missed 2 banks, though, and something else as well. Had a few jump shots. But yeah, this was the game where he should have closed the distance. Did make the 1 ball, but didn't make 3 points on the break. So this 9 ball for a 5-2 lead. Right, now we can switch. So Shane is done, 7-2. Let's see on another table. This is the Al-Qaeda-Gnadenberg match, where Carl, who I just heard is the World Junior Champion. That's pretty impressive. 2-0 down. Don't know if that 3 ball goes. I don't think so. I think we'll see a 1-2 and then a safety on the 3 ball. Ooh. This doesn't seem like much of a shot on the 2 ball. Maybe the angle is deceiving. We're going back to the feature table. Chung to break game number 7. So both players constantly breaking from that left side from where they're looking. Yeah, made the corner ball, made the 1 ball. Got 2 balls past the head string. Snookered on the 2. So you'd imagine he'd play a push out. You could still kick at it, but it's hard to get away with it in a clear manner. So push outs, usually players are looking for the cue ball to be put as far away as possible from the 2 ball. Would like not to give a potential pot away, but maybe a safety option. And if that in World 9 ball levels, you'd like to put the cue ball such that the player can only play a difficult safety or even a kick shot like he did now. So Ko is basically saying, I can kick and stick this off the bottom rail, leave the cue ball where the 2 ball is, and bank the 2 ball. As you can see, Flavian's showing us kicking it into the right long rail and then back towards the 5-8 ball, something like that. Yeah, it's a big wall, isn't it? That 4-9 can form a big wall depending on the constellation in which you leave the white and the 2 ball. Not like that. So may still... Okay, so somehow got a snooker. Is this kickable and stickable? I don't know. All right, so I guess throughout the weekend everybody has their opinions in the comments. We do invite comments, but I would say as a kind of, not a rule, because I can't force anybody to do anything, but you know, if you don't have anything positive to say or supportive, then, you know, why don't you just call a friend or something and tell them about it and start a conversation about rules. I mean, these are the rules we're currently playing. Matchroom plays the rules they're playing. Everybody has opinions on which may be the best. I think all in all we are getting to a good set of rules. I think. Wow, what a thumping straight ahead shot by Flavian Glont, trying to narrow the scores. He's 5-2 down, remember? So the score is not correct currently. You can get the invitational event bracket at 9ball.ro. Can I even copy and paste that? I think I can. Not sure. Let me just see if I have the technical capabilities to give you. So that link I sent you there should lead you to the live score Hey, that was pretty good, I have to say. I didn't expect that to go so well. So, and that's where you'll be able to find all the information for this invitational tournament, of which we're playing 2 rounds today and finishing off with the semifinals and final tomorrow.
Yes, and next match is gonna be Mika Imanon with whoever wins between Kopini and Ferry on the TV table.
Oh wow.
So at the moment the score is nicely done at 7. Oh, so it's gonna be
Okay.
Mika with Kopini once they finish the match on the TV table.
All right. Well, you may have heard Robert announce the next matchup already on this feature table, and that will be 2 world champions collide. Mika, the Iceman Immonen, is going to be facing most likely Ko Pin Yi. He's 7-3 up. Immonen already won his match, but also needs to adhere to the 3-point rule. So, quarter ball made, 1 ball made, 8 ball coming down, and that will work, at least for the legality side of things. Oh. No, Ko thinks he didn't adhere to the 3-point rule, but... Aha, okay, and there he found out that that was an okay break. So, I mean, can he even see this 2 ball? Hard to see from our camera angle. So we have a few different camera angles as well, I believe, isn't it? Let me just check. Don't know. I'm just getting used to our new capabilities here. Okay, I don't think we have that. Anyway, I'll just stick to what I know currently. So the push out is going to leave Ko Ping Chung at least half a 2 ball, probably the whole ball, but he's not going to get this back. So what are the options here, dear viewers? Bank the 2 ball straight down and straight back up, and try to snooker him behind the 3-9-6. Alternatively, could overcut the 2 ball, but then he's going to run into the orange 5, I think. Is he just going to make it and run out? I doubt it. Oh, well, there you go. Make it and run out. That was a long testing shot. Yeah, he could shoot it, Gerard, and so he did. Wow. Yeah, such, well, skilled players, all the Ko brothers, but as we're looking at Ko Ping Chung, but also in stroke because of practice, in stroke because of world-class 9-ball matches they're constantly playing. They've been traveling now for quite a while. And also, if you're far away from home playing matches, it maybe makes you play that little bit harder, you know? All right, so looking to bring himself to only need 1 game to close out this match. So Eric is asking about the heart rate meters. I mean, I loved it in the previous years. I'm not sure. I haven't heard Robert about him. I don't think we're gonna have the heart rate monitors, to be honest. So 6-3 coming up. There we go. So let me quickly switch. Glont rooted to his seat and never shoot again in this tournament. He's been breaking pretty well. Has had some shots and opportunities. Let's see what he can fathom here. Ooh, no corner ball. Hit him a little bit fuller than he did, because the cue ball traveled towards the right side pocket and just hit the rail south of that right side pocket. So that means he hit the rack a little bit thicker than he would like to. So this 1 ball to the 2 ball, not easy. not a lot of angle to work with. Either needs to use a lot of top left spin to try to spin it 2-3 rails out, but then the 3 ball could be in the way. Could draw it back in between and bring it back to where it is now, the cue ball, in between the 5-8. He's going forward. Let's see. Yeah, fairly conservative, so he would always get a shot if he left it in that area. Yep. Good shot. Can he hold his cue ball for position on the 4? I think so. So no angle required. There's little to no angle required on the next 3-4 shots. And then from the 6 to the 7 needs a bit of cue ball work. So then he will keep a bigger angle on the 6 ball. Still could be a lot of 9 ball left in this game if he does the right things. Will be his break. Now this is little to no angles. Now he has to either force follow it through, a bit of top left, or screw it all the way back. But has to avoid the side pocket. Alright. Does seem to have told himself to kind of loosen up and kind of flow a bit more, since it is do or die for Flavian. Bit more angle on the 8 than he wanted. So can stun draw his cue ball straight down to where his name reads at the bottom rail, and then come straight back up to where the 8 ball is now, really. So I think this could close the gap a little bit further. Wow, that's the biggest bottle of water I've ever seen Robert present. And he missed the 8 ball. Yeah, just a bit too much angle. You know, it started with too straight a shot on the 6. Had to punch the 7 ball. And had too much angle on the 8 eventually, although it was pretty doable. So can close out this match. And then we're going to see his brother square off against Mika Immonen in the next feature match. Mouth-watering prospect.
Right away.
Yeah, and we're going to continue right away. So, I mean, by all means, go get a beer, have a toilet break, and that's it. Go into the final 8 of the Zan Tip Invitational, and we're going to see Mika Immonen square off against Kopin Yi soon.